Ben Bernanke testifying in front of the Senate today. He's now being renominated, of course, to be the head of the Fed. The guy who nominated him for his first term was George W. Bush. Now, Barack Obama said, we're going to get real change in America. So this incredibly important position of the head of the Fed. As far as our economy and our financial institutions, the banks, et cetera, there is no more important position than the head of the Fed. And so the real change we can believe in was the same exact guy that Bush picked, Ben Bernanke. Now, I wasn't dead set against him. I had my concerns. So among my concerns are, hey, listen, Obama is telling me, and some of the others are saying, hey, look, you know what? We crashed into an iceberg, and he kind of steered us to safe shore. Well, first of all, does anybody think we're on shore? We got over 10% unemployment. I know the banks have recovered. I know they're back to making record bonuses, but have the rest of us recovered? I don't know. They got on a nice lifeboat, right? But so I'm not convinced that we've recovered from that massive iceberg that we hit. But much more importantly, who hit the effing iceberg in the first place? Oh, right, Ben Bernanke. He's the head of the Fed, the most important position. He's the captain of the ship. He rammed straight into the iceberg. As people are yelling on top of the Titanic, iceberg, straight ahead, right? He said, yeah, that's cool, I got it. Boom, right? And now Obama tells us we got to rehire this guy. But nonetheless, I was like, yeah, you know what? I got an open mind. There's some Democrats who like him, some Republicans who like him. He's supposed to be an expert on the Great Depression and handling deep recessions like this. Now, we wouldn't have needed his expertise if he hadn't caused another depression or Great Recession. So it's kind of funny that we're relying on his expertise when he got us into this mess in the first place. But I had an open mind. I swear I did. You know me, I didn't pound the gavel. When I pound the gavel, that's when it's over. Speaking of which, it's over. Okay. In the hearings today, they ask him, hey, listen, you know, obviously we've got money trouble here and our budget's out of control, et cetera. So how do you think we could raise money? He says, well, you got to go after Social Security and Medicare. Now, let me get this right. You gave all our money to the banks. They're literally taking record bonuses in the middle of this tremendous recession. Those are not exaggerations. That's literal, okay? They're taking bigger bonuses now, the top four banks, than they were at the height of the economy, supposedly, 2006 and 2007. So, no, we can't take the money from them. He's going to take it from your retirement. Oh, you paid into Social Security all this time, and Medicare, etc. Who cares? You know, and, okay, now, if that wasn't bad enough, wait till you get to the other two. So then Senator Jack Reed, Democrat of Rhode Island, asked him, he said, wait a minute now, you know, there's another place to get money. Instead of cutting spending over and over and over again, and in this case, accounts that are supposed to be there for retirees, how about we get it from the rich? How about, can't we raise taxes? Is that not on the table? He says, oh, no, I can't comment on that. I mean, that's not in my purview. That's up to Congress. I don't say anything about it. Wait a minute. You just told us that you thought the best place to get the money was Social Security and Medicare. So now when we say, hey, can we also get the money from raising taxes from the wealthiest Americans? You say, no, I don't even want to comment on that. It's not even within the realm of consideration. Now, if that weren't bad enough, you know, there's a possibility of a financial transactions tax, which means, hey, look, we don't go and get all the rich. We don't need to tax Bill Gates and the doctors and the lawyers and the engineers. Let's just simply tax the financial transactions that discourages risk-taking and raises money that we can use to shore up the system. It's perfect. The only downside in the past was, well, if we do it, then the banks will go abroad, right? But right now, the rest of the world is asking us, hey, can we all get together and do this together? And the guy stopping it, of course, is Tim Geithner. So how about that possibility? He's like, no, that would take money away from my Wall Street friends. I mean, you know, I'm not sure about that. Why don't we take it from the middle class instead? All right, now if all that weren't bad enough, he really stepped into it by his final reference. It was to Willie Sutton, the bank robber. A bank robber from back in the day, and his famous quote is, he used to rob the banks because that's where the money's at. So when asked, hey, why are you going after Social Security and Medicare, he said, because that's where the money's at. So he's not done robbing you yet. Okay? He took trillions of dollars of money, gave it to Wall Street, because he said, oh, what could we do? We hit an iceberg while I was the captain. Okay? And so in order to respond to that emergency that I partly created by not regulating the banks in the first place, I gave all your money to the banks. Well, now I'm going to go back for more, and I'm going to take your retirement money. And if you're over 65 and you want to pay for medical bills, well, I'm going to take that money too. Because that's where the money's at. So that's what he's looking to rob next. Now, you tell me, why the hell we would appoint that guy to the head of the Fed? Why? That's a change we could believe in? We're going to take that guy, the guy who partly responsible for causing the mess in the first place, and reappoint him to be the captain of the ship again. That's the change we voted for? And by the way, if you don't get it, the guy's an absolute Republican. There's this myth in Washington, and it's so strong that I partly bought into it, because the conventional wisdom is, oh, no, Ben Bernanke, he's bipartisan. No. I know a Republican appointed him, but God, he's such a reasonable guy. He does a great job of politicking and schmoozing the Democrats so they think he's on his side. But his gut instinct is, take it from the middle class. Don't touch Wall Street. Don't touch them. No. They'd get the money. You don't take the money from them. Taxes wouldn't consider it. Look, it's a matter of perspective. So for him, the idea of raising money from the guys who ruined the economy in the first place is unthinkable. It's just not within his realm of consideration. Taking it from you is his first priority. I can't have it. I can't have it. As my old friend Ed Reed said, hell no. Hell no. Now, I'm done with Ben Bernanke. It's over.